Hello, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Tanya Joyner-Scott, here with Cheryl Theriault, the owner and president of Aging Family Services. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Tanya. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. So good to be with you again. And, we talked before, and I have just more thoughts and questions and things that I wanted to come to you with. And if we can just take a few minutes right now, I wanted to ask you about guardianship. Can we do that?
That'll be great.
Awesome. Well, heard a little bit about guardianship, but I felt like I needed more information. I think actually I was in a conversation with a friend of mine, and when we thought about guardianship, it sounded like, this is probably something really good that could take place. But then after doing a little bit more research and actually having a conversation with you, we found that we really probably need to get some more education about exactly what guardianship is. Could you talk to us and our viewers today about what is guardianship?
Yes, thank you. I think there is a lot of confusion about the term and what does it really mean and what is it. Basically, people can petition the court saying that they feel that someone needs someone to help make decisions about their health care or their living arrangements or people's finances. And there is a hearing, and if the court decides that the person meets the criteria for guardianship, then they will make an appointment for someone to serve as the guardian, either of the person making healthcare decisions and decisions about where an individual lives, guardian of the estate, which would be someone managing the financial affairs of the individual, or something called a general guardian, and that's both the guardian of the person and the guardian of the estate as one person.
So it sounds like you can have more than one guardian for one individual.
Yes, you can. If you sort of think of an individual as being two parts, my body and where I'm going to live and my health care decisions, and then what I've got, my assets and my financial affairs. And it takes someone to manage each of those separately.
Well, that actually makes sense. So do you find that this is a role that you have to play, you Aging Family Services, often?
We have been serving as guardian of the person for a number of people in Wake County. We started doing this in 1999 through a contract with Wake County Human Services. They had more cases than they could manage, and they asked for a proposal to provide guardianship services.
Wow.
So since 1999, about 15 years, we've been providing guardianship services. And we work very closely with the guardian of the estate because we might determine what we think the person needs, but we also need to know whether they can afford to pay for that with their financial situation.
Wow, I think that speaks a lot to who you are and what you do, that they found themselves to be in a place of just overload, and they actually came to you. That's really nice to hear. Congratulations even for that, actually. Kudos to you guys. Well, listening and hearing about guardianship, what brings you to that place? People are found that they're just unable to. Is there any way to avoid it? I'd imagine that for most people, they don't want to find themselves where someone else has to make decisions for them.
You are correct. You are correct. No one wants people telling them what to do. And as a geriatric care manager, part of our comprehensive assessment involves asking people if they have executed these advanced planning documents of a healthcare power of attorney and a power of attorney. And some people just cringe at those terms and they don't want to talk about it. But we maintain that if you want to be in control of your situation, you decide who you want to serve in the event that you become incapacitated. And you complete these legal documents, you name the person that you want to serve, and then if you become incapacitated, that person will assume those responsibilities. Therefore, there would be no need for guardianship.
Okay, and that makes a lot of sense. So again, just thinking ahead, not necessarily expecting it to happen, but in the event that it does, having some measures already in place. That's great. Well, what if for some reason I have to have a guardian? Could things change in my situation where I no longer need a guardian? I mean, how does that work? Is this something that, is intact pretty much for the duration of that individual's life? Or is there some kind of way to transfer guardianship even? Are there other options out there?
There are plenty of options. Aging Family Services has helped restore the rights of a number of people that we were appointed guardian.
Awesome.
We helped them develop a plan to ensure the court that they are capable of managing this, and this. And we go back to the court and demonstrate that they are capable, and their rights are restored, is what that is called. There are other people who were just in a bad time at that particular time, and who've come out of it and don't need the protection of a guardian any longer. And there are people that we transfer the guardianship to a family member who has stepped forward and said, I'd really like to serve in this role. And then guardianship does terminate when someone passes away as well.
Right. Wow, that's really good, because what I'm hearing is that you guys do what you do so often, even in other areas of service as a geriatric care manager, but you're always assessing, you're always listening, you're always watching, you're gathering information to ultimately provide that individual, those families, with what they need the most. So you're working with them in mind. That's what I hear.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much for joining us again today. This conversation was one that I was really looking forward to. I hope that you found something rewarding and just beneficial for you as well. Let's be proactive in the decisions that we make for ourselves and the decisions that we have to make for our loved ones. Again, Cheryl Theriault, owner and president of Aging Family Services. Pick up the phone, send them an email, go to their website, maintain or establish and then maintain some type of relationship with them. They are incredible, and they are here to service all of us. Thank you, and have a good day.